Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In light of the Philadelphia train crash, it made me want to go back and look at the Sputin DeVille derailment of December 1st, 2013. In yesterday's videos that I did, I pointed out how the numbers of the story were connecting to Revelation. Revelation's the final book of the Bible. The numbers of Revelation are 49, 67, and 121. These numbers were connected to yesterday's crash, and then look at this. This crash was on December 1st, Truth Seeker, written 12/1, a lot like 121. Also, Truth Seeker, I want you to know more about the significance of 121. That is the product of 11 times 11, so it has to do with 11 equals 121. The thing about 11, the reason it's significant is because it's like a pyramid when you multiply. 111 times 111 sums to 12,321. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. See how it counts up and down? 1,111 times 1,111 creates this same mirror type of image. The number 1,234,321. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. It goes on like this forever, Truth Seeker. Forever, this pattern. Like a pyramid. You see how it counts up and down? Imagine if those were blocks instead of numbers. 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 block, and then down. 4 block, 3 block, 2 block, 1 block. So this is the significance of 11. Also, we're talking about the Bible, which has a lot to do with God. Remember, the God number is G plus O plus D. 7 plus 15 plus 4 equals 26. Look at the date numerology of this. December 1st, 2013 has a numerology of 26. The time of the accident, as you can see, is 7/19. 7 plus 19 is 26. Coded numbers of interest. And in this story, so many numbers are present here that are present in the story from yesterday in Philadelphia. Remember, this train was traveling from Washington, which has the gematria of 49, through Philadelphia, a biblical town mentioned in Revelation, home of one of the 7 churches, to New York, the 11th state, which sums to 66 when you add up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, all the way up to 11. Add up all the numbers up to 11, it equals 66. The Bible is of 66 books, 39 Old Testament, 27 New Testament. Okay, so now let's go back and look at some other curious details. It was known as the Sputin DeVille derailment. Interesting gematria here. With the S exception, it sums to 116, or 911 upside down. It was said to have crashed at 82 miles per hour. It was said to be speeding through a 30-mile-an-hour turn, meaning it was going 52 miles per hour over the limit, over what it should have been going. It was said that the driver, William Rockefeller, a very interesting name, wouldn't you say, was asleep when it happened. Notice that there were 115 passengers. Earlier this week, I did a post connecting the number 511 to 93, how it's connected to Saturn worship. Yesterday's story was full of 93, which we'll talk about again. What I want to point out is that Metro North Railroad, which crashed in 2013, sums to 98. 98 has been coded all throughout this story as well. The mayor is the 98th. The guest witness who said the speed was training, his name gematria is 98. And this is a number of significance. We often find 98 and 89 coded into the hoaxes. Think about the Michael Brown shooting of this past summer from August 9th. The number 82 matches the word Armageddon. And when you think of Revelation, you think of Armageddon, this end of the world scenario. And who's said to rule in the end times in Revelation? The synagogue of Satan, the false Jews. They're specifically mentioned in the portion of the Bible that references Philadelphia in Revelation. Revelation 3, 7 through 13. The name William Rockefeller has a gematria of 90. Why is 90 interesting? Because only 16, 16, and 90 have gematria of 33. These were the headlines from back then. Do you remember them? Train looking like this. pictures of him sleeping like this. I mean, isn't it silly, Truth Seeker? When did they get a picture of him asleep, you know? Just creating the illusion in your head. And then they said he was speeding weeks before. All right, so enough of that. With regards to the crash in Philadelphia now, more of this coding. The flip of 67 is 76. Think about Philadelphia, home of the 76ers, who made it to the NBA Finals in the 76-77 season, losing to the 33rd state, Oregon, Portland Trail Blazers. Sports, media, it's all by the numbers, Truth Seeker. Sometimes it's just blatantly obvious. 76ers in the 76th season. Anyway, this guy's name, Herbert Cushing, sums to 76. We saw a lot of that 76 coding in Baltimore as well because it's on the 76th meridian. The mayor of that city is born on the 76th day. Her name, gematria, sums to 96, like Freemason. This morning, the mayor was back on, Mr. 93 himself. He had this OEM hat, Operation of Emergency Management, or Office of Emergency Management. Look at the acronym OEM, Truth Seeker. 15 plus 5 plus 13, 33. Just right in front of your face. That's why that 33 cap's really on. Look at how tore up this train is. We're to think only 5 people died? You know? Some things just don't add up. Or, you know, actually now they've said 6 and now 7 have died. So 7 are dead currently. The man who gave this report this morning that the train was going 100 instead of 50, train 188, his name was John Goglia. In Pythagorean gematria, Goglia is a 33 name. So often we find coded into the witnesses of these hoaxes. This is the guy providing the information that it was going 100 miles per hour, 50 over the limit. And remember, 50 has a gematria of 66. John Goglia also sums to 98 with simple English gematria. John Goglia, 98. A number they're coding on this story. And the previous train crash story, which was suspect. Today's date numerology, Truth Seeker, the day after the train crash. We have 33 numerology right now. It is May 13th, 2015, date with 33 numerology. And again, Michael Anthony Nutter. The name 93 is the number of Thelema. We found this coded in all sorts of important people from Black history, which we'll get on with. Also, the name Michael Nutter, which he goes by, sums to 59, the number coded all over black people. Michael Nutter, a smooth liar. Look at what's on his shirt. Clinton Global. Clinton sums to 33, Truth Seeker. If you haven't seen my post on the death of Bill Clinton's father and how he got the name Clinton, he was born Bill Blythe, please watch that. CCTV, 33 TV. It's just ever so present, Truth Seeker. Janelle Richards. This is the lady who gave the really bogus testimony last night. She said it so calmly, but her details just didn't add up. She's a producer for NBC. Her name sums to 67, like the word female in Jewish gematria, but in simple English gematria, her name sums to 139. And last night, without realizing this, I'd already mentioned that this incident comes 139 days before the fourth and final blood moon. I thought that was curious because the mayor alerted to an alert 4, which has the same gematria as blood moon, and it made me think of fourth blood moon coming up. I've already been looking at that, wondering if it will bring anything interesting. And I think these headlines are hinting at what is to come. The word female also has a simple English gematria of 42, just like the female insult bitch. The fireman who got on yesterday, he reminded us that there were 33 fire trucks and 122 fire personnel. May 12th, Truth Seeker, the date this happened, is also an interesting day, and I want you to mark this day on your calendar for next year. Next year, this day is going to be big. I know it already. May 12th is the 132nd day of the year, but 133rd in leap years. And next year will be a leap year, Truth Seeker. Next year will be a leap year. May 12th in simple English gematria sums to 133. Look at that tribute within the date. our language, gematria, the calendar, it's all synced up. This is why we're on the arbitrary month system we're on, because this is how they built it. That might be a lot to get your head around, but it's obviously true when you do this research, because there's just way too much of this to be a coincidence. It is mind-blowing that someone has taken the time to do this and we live in this. But this is really what's up. May 12th, 133rd day in leap years. Next year's a leap year. That date next year, 5/12/16, has a 33 numerology. I'm telling you, something big is going down May 12th, 2016. Michael Nutter. So many things interesting about this guy. He's got that 93 name gematria. He's mayor in the city on the 39th parallel. He's got the 39th 39 life number as well as the 111. He has a life lesson number of 57, and he is currently 57 years old. Remember, 4 of the first 6 presidents were 57 when they were inaugurated. The mayor before him, John F. Street, also had the 55 name gematria. He never had to handle a train crash hoax like this, though. And I got to tell you, as far as liars go on the camera, I got to give it to Michael Nutter. What a name, right? Michael Nutter. He's a lot smoother than most of them. And with 93, we find the number 64 in Amtrak, the number of Thelema, as well as this 222, also curious. Remember the video CNN gave us last night was 333. But anyway, Thelema worships the number 93. It's about do what thou wilt. Both Thelema and do what thou wilt sum to 64. Simple English gematria, Pythagorean gematria. And these numbers were coded into pretty much every single police victimization shooting hoax that we've seen, such as the one this past weekend in Hattiesburg. They're also coded into other shootings, such as Trayvon Martin. I just did that video on Trayvon Martin and how it all syncs up with this Thelema Saturn worship. Let's see, did I get it in here? Truth Seeker. Remember, Saturn sums to 511 Truth Seeker, Jewish gematria, and 93 Simple English. These numbers are connected. The train crashes from December 1st, 2013 to May 12th, yesterday, 2015, was 1 year, 5 months, 11 days. It even has that 511 sequence in it. It makes you wonder, coincidence or by the numbers? Well planned out in advance. Maybe Michael Nutter's been rehearsing for that day for a long time. In that doctor, I didn't mention that doctor. When you add the doctor onto it, it sums to 89. The number also coded all throughout this, 90, 89, 98. With the S exception, which I also didn't do, it would have summed to 98 as well as 89. So again, Truth Seeker, these numbers really are coded into all the people who are accounting for this. The doctor, the speed expert, the NTSB people. Through and through. Now for 93 in the past, Truth Seeker, Martin Luther King Jr. sums to 93 this way. The way his name is most commonly written sums to 93. This is no coincidence. He was murdered on April 4th. Think about Malcolm X. Malcolm X, Simple English gematria, sums to 93. Malcolm X's killer got 44 years in prison, Truth Seeker. 44 years for Malcolm X's assassin. All this stuff connects back to Thelema. I was writing about the 46, 64. You see, Truth Seeker? This is what's up. This is what's going on. These people belong to this occult stuff. I know this is hard news for some people. You know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., they're heroes of mine. Even though I'm finding this out, those people still did good things for me, you know? I can't say they're all bad, but now I see they really are all part of this thing. This is why we know about them. Rosa Parks, Truth Seeker. Rosa Parks sums to 93. Rosa Louise Macaulay Parks, 93. It's even the pop stars, Truth Seeker. Brandy Norwood and Beyonce Giselle Knowles have names that sum to 93. Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles, a double 33 name. Think about Flight 93 of 33 passengers on 9/11. You know, I've already covered how much 39 and 93 are covered so much in our nation's history. The reason we were established in 1776 is because of the numerology of that year. It's 17 plus 76, 93. This nation is based in Thelema, do what thou wilt. The people who are selling out because they've been enlightened to this knowledge. And they're the types of people who say, well, if that's how it's been, then I'm okay with being with it too. But we're not all that way. Some people see what's wrong and they stand against it. That's what kind of person I am. Been speaking out my whole life, been trying to figure out the truth of this world. This is where it's led me to. Pretty far. You see what's up, truth seeker? From train crashes to pop stars to civil rights leaders. We live in a world that's by the numbers, ran by occult numerologists, astrologists, people who keep secrets. The word secrecy is 33. So that's the message, truth seeker. Till next time.